I can't even sing it to you. You don't even know what it is. Unbelievable. Did I do this entire video just so I could sing the It's Corn song? Maybe. Are we gonna test some viral recipes? Yes, we are. And we're gonna start with a really fancy looking breakfast recipe because I like to go chronological in terms of how I eat food throughout the day. Don't ask me why, that's how we do things here. And this is a recipe for a tiramisu French toast, and it looks unbelievable, and I think it's gonna be really tasty. So let's dive in and make some French toast to start. So we have here a bowl with a really loud egg. 1 egg. Sugar, although you can use whatever sweetener you wish. Why are you stuck in there? Get in there. And then my favorite addition that I am so angry that I'm just finding about now, coffee. This is absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. Like I wanna kind of try this on its own because believe it or not, this is not all. All right. Have I whisked it sufficiently? I don't know, probably. And this person seemed to use like a grainy bread for this particular recipe, which I thought was interesting. So we're gonna do that. 2 pieces of bread. And then I'm just gonna fry this up like normal French toast. It's not that deep. I'm gonna bring it over here and I'll be back with French toast. All right, we have some hopefully kind of crisp on the outside, soft in the middle French toast. And it's darker in color obviously because of the coffee in it. And now we're gonna put yogurt on it. Now, obviously you could do like whipped cream or you could do ice cream. I saw comments, someone saying ice cream. I was like, yeah, of course. That's obviously what I want to do. But this person used vanilla yogurt. So I want to stay true to the recipe. Ooh, actually I want to taste test it first on its own. Which I know is gonna ruin the aesthetic. But I don't really care. Take like a little corner, just a little piece. You know what? That's quite good. Okay, all right. The coffee isn't as strong of a flavor as I was expecting, but it could also be the fact that I have grainy bread, which is already a pretty powerful taste. But all right, let's put this on. Spread it all out around my little carving there. Beautiful. Now we put this on top, like so. See, it doesn't even look like I took any. And then she put a little layer of it on top, kind of like that. And then cocoa powder, kind of sifted on top. Whoa. Did you see that? Unbelievable, Rachel. It's all ready to be all like sifty and stuff. Apparently my cocoa had other plans for me today. Let's just try that again on here. Well, I mean, it doesn't look as pretty as hers did. Still gonna try it though. Cocoa powder. Honestly, I was expecting more. I really don't think this is that exciting. I'll be honest with you. This is nothing like tiramisu. It doesn't even look like tiramisu. I think you can pass on it. Okay, now we're gonna move on to a lasagna, but it's not just any lasagna, okay? It's ramen lasagna. I know, I'm mad that I haven't discovered that this existed. It looks super straightforward, so basically all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little oil in the bottom, which I don't think that they did, but I mean, like, otherwise you're just putting noodles on the bottom, and I feel like that's gonna stick, and it's gonna get crusty, and I don't wanna clean that. Just gonna spread that around a little bit on the sides. All right, the first end is just a brick of ramen. So then next we need to put on some ricotta. I personally love ricotta and lasagna. I know it's not everyone's thing though, and I don't know, is that the traditional way of doing it? I think it's not, but I don't know. Bloop. Again, I don't know how much to put on here. I like ricotta though. That might be too much. That's too much, Rachel. Ease it back a bit. All right. That looks great. Now we put on some sauce. This is just like a roasted garlic tomato sauce, courtesy of Lo. Thank you, Lo. I'm borrowing your sauce. This is what you get for leaving things in my house. I won't gluten it though, okay? Hasn't touched anything, put it over there. I'm so worried one day I'm gonna gluten her. So careful. Okay. That looks great. Now we put on some little mozzarella. I started shredding and then I realized that that was stupid. So I did slices. I guess in the middle I should do this part because no one's gonna see that. Do. That feels like too much. That's too much. Then we put another layer on. It's gonna be very, very tall. Maybe a smaller layer of ricotta, Rachel. You know what? No, we're gonna do a lot of ricotta. Oh, don't look at me like that. You knew that was happening. Clearly I'm gonna make a ricotta joke. All right, then we're gonna top with some cheese. I'm sticking it in a 350 oven because it didn't say, for 30 minutes. Okay, please be delicious. And now let's move on. We can move on to the next recipe. And that is probably the best looking gluten-free tortilla that I've ever seen. And I know like there's corn tortillas obviously, and many of them are gluten-free, but this one looks like a flour tortilla. And so I told Lo that I would make her some today. So I'm gonna start by getting some warm water. And yes, I have a thermometer in here because I'm gonna try and get it around 80 degrees, which is what I would like proof yeast at. And all they said was warm, but like, I guess it's kind of what I'm gonna aim for. Now just obsessively washing my hands. Fresh towel, like I am not glutening this girl. And then to this, I'm going to add about 5 tablespoons or 24 grams of psyllium husk. Looks like that. I have never used this before, but apparently when I put this in and I start like stirring it together, it's going to turn into like a gel. If this works, I'm gonna be so proud of myself. I'm gonna have Lo come over and taste test this later. All right, it's getting to be like a thicker consistency here. All right, cool. So we can put that to the side, and here we have our gluten-free flour, and I'm gonna add to it 1 teaspoon of salt. Then I just need to mix this together, just to whisk it, so maybe I'll do that. Now we need to make a little, like a well in the middle. I'm gonna wash my hands again. I'm gonna make a little well right in the middle. I feel like it needs to be a rather large well. I don't think this is the right bowl. I don't think it's gonna work. I'm gonna transfer it. You can just see that going like real poorly for me. Look at me go, just learning. All right. That looks good. Then we're gonna add in a 1/4 cup of some sort of neutral oil. They suggested sunflower oil. Put that in. And then your psyllium gel. Ooh, she real thick now. Beautiful. Now we need to take a wooden spoon, specifically, and then mix it together. Okay, and we got a little bit of time left on the ramen. Good, I should have enough time to like roll these out into like little, maybe not into actual tortillas, but like get them into individual dough blobs. All right, now I need to use my hands. So I'm gonna use, because I have nail polish on, I'm gonna use like gloves. I don't want like nail polish. Nobody wants nail polish in their tortillas. That's disgusting. Or food in general. All right, here we go. This could be good. Basically now we're just kind of squeezing the dough around until it becomes one sort of blob. And we wanna make sure all of the dry ingredients are worked through. So they said to like take the dough and like squeeze it through your fingers. Gross, but also kind of fun. Keep sticking to the gloves. I don't know how I feel about the gloves. This is not working for me very well. It is very sticky dough. It's like pulling the gloves off of my hand. But because it has 0 gluten in it, I don't need to worry about it like over mixing it. The final dough should come away from the sides and be very springy to the touch. It shouldn't be too sticky. It is a very specific smell, but I'm not mad at it. It's just very fresh smelling, and sometimes with like gluten-free flours, they have a really gross smell. No offense. But this one, it's not bothering me. Honestly, I may need Chris for this part. Because it's not working with this, and I really don't want to get any nail polish in here. Christopher, can I steal you to mix some dough? Okay, hold on. And I come back, and Christopher not only formed it into a dough, but he also made them into the individual tortilla balls. It's very nice. Thank you, Christopher.
Welcome.
Oh, actually, do you want to taste test the lasagna? I made lasagna.
Yeah.
I know you do. Now, I do want to warn you, it does have ricotta.
A lot of ricotta?
I already made that joke. You can't make it twice. Look at this. You don't look as excited as I am. It's ramen.
Yeah, I see that. Making my skeptical face.
Like, it looks so good. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
Away from these. You know what? I'm just gonna cover them with a towel. Goodbye, little gluten-free balls. And the noodles are cooked. Yes? I assume so.
Inside they seem to be. Bit of crunch on the outside. That's not the worst thing in a lasagna.
You just went all in on the crunchy outside.
Outside is crunchy.
I don't like that as much. The inside is nice though.
Nice. When you say nice,
I mean,
you mean you haven't had lunch yet?
maybe. But like, this did not take me a long time to make. If I was craving lasagna, that fits the bill. No one said this was gourmet.
I wouldn't have thought that oven baking ramen noodles with a bit of sauce would soften them up like this. They're not badly cooked.
They're not too soft either. However, I don't like that the bottom is quite crunchy and the outside is super crunchy. So I don't know, maybe like covering it, putting a little water in the bottom.
I was thinking that, but then you'd have to uncover it to let the cheese kind of...
Okay, but you do that with lasagna anyway.
Yeah.
I can hear the the crunch. Listen, am I hungry? Yeah. Am I gonna eat this? Yeah. I still think I prefer ramen in other ways, but it was a neat experiment.
It's really good mozzarella.
It is good mozzarella.
I don't know. It worked. Kind of cool.
It is cool. Now I get to make gluten-free tortillas and corn. I can't even sing it to you. You don't even know what it is. It's corn.
I know corn.
It has a cheese.
It's not corn. Corn is all like angry, heavy metal.
Corn, Christopher, corn with a C. Clearly corn with a C. Unbelievable. Well, hopefully these tortillas work. Thank you for dividing them. Appreciate you. All right, washed hands. Now let's roll out some tortillas. We got our nice surface here. We got our gluten-free flour. I'm gonna take some of this flour because I'm lazy and I cover it on my little mini rolling guy. Because again, these are gonna be small. They're not like a giant pizza or something. And then she says to roll it out to, I think, like a millimeter thin. So it's about like 9 inches in diameter. 9 inches in diameter. Wow. You have a lot of faith in my abilities here. I'm trying to make it as round as I can. By the way, you like my weird techniques here? Yeah, you should copy them. Definitely legit. How close are you to 9 inches here? Ooh, so close. Got a ½ an inch around each side. All right, that looks about right. Okay, I had to re-roll it out because I hadn't floured my surface enough, so heed warning here. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to put it into the pan, a little bit of oil, non-stick they said, not like a cast iron or something, and we cook it for like, I think it's 30 to 45 seconds per side, and then we'll see what it tastes like. Is this worthy to share with Lo?
Many minutes later.
All right, they're done. That took forever. Didn't like that. But now I'm going to redeem myself by shredding up this chicken yet again in the stand mixer. This time though, I'm gonna be so good this time. And then we're going on to corn. So excited. Do you see how like I am laser focused? Okay, like it's doing a pretty good job, but I'm scared that if I keep going that a lot of this is gonna turn to goo. So I'm just pausing here. Move that to the side. Actually, the other side. Let's move that over here. Okay, now, cone. I love that little boy so much. It was so cute. If you haven't watched the video, I mean, you should be on TikTok. It was everywhere. Anyway, I am going to be making today corn ribs, and I thought this was a really cool idea, very fall, and it sounded really tasty. So we're gonna start with like the rub, like what we're putting on it, because we want it to be kind of ribs-like in terms of like the flavor. So while I start gathering the ingredients, I have a bone to pick with whoever told me in order to break these up into quarters to use your rolling pin. Now, this is a good idea if you have a rolling pin that's made of steel or maybe, I don't even think plastic is a good idea, but I had one that's wood. So basically what they said is you won't be able to cut through with just a knife without kind of squishing a lot of the corn kernels on the other side. So they said what to do is to use a rolling pin and smack it on the other side of your knife to help kind of push it through, which is a great idea in theory, except that it now dented my rolling pin, which is now unusable. So I'm a little mad about that. Chris actually had a brilliant idea of using a hammer against the knife. So that ended up working really well, but just a heads up there. And this recipe didn't really have any sort of like directions in terms of amounts. So I'm just gonna eyeball it. So I have here some olive oil. We're gonna add in some barbecue seasonings, some paprika, a pinch of salt. Now I'm gonna load them up onto I try, you know what, we're gonna put some parchment down. Ugh. Basically all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line these up. I don't think it really matters which way. They're gonna curl a little bit. And then we're just going to cover them. I should just taste test it. A little bit more barbecue. Then I'm going to cover all of these in delicious barbecue-y goodness. Then it's gonna go into a 375 oven for about half an hour. And in that time, I'm gonna get all the other stuff together for the little chicken wrap. Chicken, not fajitas, but I guess a chicken wrap. All right, here we go. I think we have everything ready now. Corn is done, chicken is cooked, tortillas are over here still. So hungry, I'm so excited. Christopher, do you wanna come and eat some stuff? Try some things?
I really do, actually.
So hungry today.
I'm very hungry. Corn looks good.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you want to do corn first then? And then?
Yeah, kind of do.
Right? Oh, the most beautiful thing. No? Unbelievable. Lo will get it when she gets here.
Do you eat it like corn on the cob, or having cooked the center, is that edible?
I don't think I'd ever eat the center. It's supposed to be like a rib, right?
That's the bone.
Yeah, that would be my guess anyway. Wait, hang on. I need a dipping sauce. This is just mayo, sriracha. Chris is getting a lime, salt, sugar. Just gonna keep singing that.
Promise?
Chris is sick of Lo and I singing it. Cheers.
Barbecue corn is really good.
That's really good. Oh, I will be making this again.
That's really good, but dried out a little bit in the oven. I would barbecue this next time, like grill it.
That would be good.
Yeah. Really good though. Great flavor.
Like you can see it's gone through all the way through the kernels. That's phenomenal.
Easy to eat too, actually. I was wondering.
Okay, well, you keep
you're
doing
done,
that.
eh? Uh-huh.
No, I'm not done. Don't eat it, it's mine. The gluten-free tortillas, everyone.
That's really good.
Yeah, I will be finishing that, but
Gluten-free
now...
flour tortillas, because corn tortillas are gluten-free.
Well, that's what I said, but like these
But
are
they're
like...
not flour
No,
tortillas.
they're squishing well. That doesn't happen.
That's remarkable for a gluten-free product.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
Corn tortilla wouldn't do that.
No, it would crumble into 1,000 pieces. I mean, they look good, if I do say so myself. And I didn't break up the chicken too much. Yay. Okay, wait, are we gonna try some of this by itself?
I feel like we should rip off an end, just to see.
Wanna grab a little bit? We're comparing this to eating a regular flour tortilla.
But also to a corn tortilla,
Yes.
because those are the gluten-free options.
Yeah.
Nice flavor to that.
Yeah.
That's a good wrap.
That is a good wrap. Okay, well, hold on. Now I need to fill it with some stuff.
It's a bit more texturally like roti or
Yes.
not quite naan.
Yeah,
but,
it's not as fluffy as naan.
But it's, I mean, functions well as a tortilla.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if it'll hold up to like being wrapped with stuff. And now we attempt a roll.
Need to roll? I feel like it just fold.
I know.
No?
I just wanted to test and see if
Try
it
it
did
out,
it, and
yeah.
it did it.
It does well, yeah.
Oh my gosh, Lo is gonna be so stoked.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I need a bite.
I need a bite too.
If you didn't tell me that those were gluten-free,
Never, ever.
I would not have guessed. Wow.
Gluten-free stuff, in my experience, doesn't have that texture. So pliable.
That's amazing.
With the good gluten-free stuff that my sisters and my mom get, sometimes I'll try it. And it's like, that's pretty good. With the unspoken qualifier for gluten-free. That's just pretty good.
Look, Lo is here. I know it looks like flour, but it's gluten-free flour.
Is this like a I can't believe it's not flour type?
Yeah,
flour?
exactly.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
so,
So, and first of all, I love take your celiac to work day.
but, you know,
Ooh, chicken.
little chicken.
Okay.
Make yourself a wrap, or try it on its own.
Okay.
Maybe first.
Okay.
I don't know.
You can just take anyone.
You can take anyone.
Okay.
Anyone. World's your oyster. Yeah, you have to fold it, obviously.
Okay, yeah. Okay, first of all, anyone who eats gluten-free knows that this should be crumbling by now.
100%.
Ooh, this has like almost like a spongy texture, like we're very used to paper in the celiac world. Okay, okay.
How does it compare? Is it good? I like how I said that knowing that I've already tested it.
Yes. Let me start with yes.
Okay.
I've been celiac for what now, like 5-6 years since I stopped eating gluten, and I haven't had something this texture in a really long time. Like this kind of like spongy feels like Christopher, don't give me sympathetic eyes over the camera in the back there.
I see you.
Survivor's Guild.
Survivor's Guild.
It's good,
Like a
right?
chew, like a real chew
Okay,
here.
wait. She can have the chicken, right? That I didn't touch anything with. Okay, put some chicken on
Okay.
and then roll it. I'm so happy.
Are these hard to make?
No.
Now, are they hard to make for someone who is less skilled than you two in the kitchen?
It's a long process.
Because you guys are like, you're like that, you know, measure with your heart type people. Like, you know.
No, there's like a full list of like they were very specific on like amounts and grams and all that kind of stuff with them. But it rolls. That's what I was the most impressed. Like I usually have to like delicately, but only when it's warm, and then you have to roll it kind of. But as soon as it dries, it's like crumbles.
Okay, so yeah, they always like. Do you remember?
Sad lunch.
Yeah. Do you already talk about sad lunch?
I haven't talked about sad lunch.
Okay, so like last week, I was having a burrito wrap, and I was trying to put all my things in it, and was coming over to talk to you, and my whole lunch on my wrap, and these are good wraps too, just kind of fell apart because the tacos were warm, and then it was just,
Yeah.
so we called it sad lunch. This is not sad lunch, this is happy lunch.
This is happy lunch. Oh, I'm so glad. Well, you can take all of these home because no one is more deserving of good gluten-free than you, girl.
I'm gonna take it and run.
Yeah, welcome. I am very impressed. It was like a weird mix of stuff here. I feel like the gluten-free tortillas though, and the corn rib. Lo, the corn ribs. What do you say? I got her in the middle of eating.
I'm still eating.
Corn ribs.
So long. It's cold.
Exactly. So glad you're here. So I think those two alone were like stand out for me. Like for 2022 stand out. They were really good, and I'm very excited that we got to taste test them today. So let me know in the comments down below if there are other recipes that you've seen that we need to test out, or if you've tried these, and check out these videos on the side in case you have missed any. I hope you guys are having a fantastic, fantastic weekend, and I will see you guys all next week.